Yo, what's good? Good morning. It's Monday. We're still spinning. We made it again. Yo, something about Monday makes me feel like planning and fresh start to the week. I wish every day felt like that. I'm going to try to make every day feel like it's the start of a new day and really attack it. I do feel like that, but something about Monday got drilled into my brain. That it's just a new start, and that's when we start all the planning and things. So I am doing that today. But here's the thing is I want to take Monday to plan my whole week. I had a great week last week, accomplished a lot. My workouts went great. Everything felt great. I made a lot of progress, and I like planning Mondays, and I really like setting out my schedule, getting it visual so I could see all the things I need to do at certain times, and then have all the tasks I want to get done so they can kind of float their way into the rest of the schedule and just keep looking back out at it throughout the week. Now, the thing is, I want to make sure that people do is think about the big picture again. Just visualize what that is, what your goals are, because that big picture brings clarity to what you want to actually accomplish this week, to make sure that what you're putting down on that plan is actually what you want to get done. And that big picture reminds you what you're going after, and that fills you with that energy to make that progress. That's how it works for me, and I really like doing that. And then the other thing is, back when I was starting my YouTube and starting all these different things, sometimes I would skip out on what I used to do with friends or whatever, or just do my own thing. And it was kind of hard to change my path, but knowing why I was doing it made it so much easier. One way to think about this is you have those goals. You think of it as like a destination. It doesn't have to be the final goal, but you have like a big goal in mind or something you're chasing. You think of it as a vacation, this is the analogy, is you have this vacation you want to go to, say it's Hawaii. You want to go visit Hawaii. It's not the only place you want to go, but it's a huge goal of yours to go there. But it's a 10-hour flight. There's a lot of things you have to prepare when you land. You can't just show up. You have to save up money to get on that flight. But the point is, when you're on that flight, when you finally made it on that flight, it's still 10 hours. And that could be deadly. You have nothing to do. It feels like you can't really do your routine. You can't go to the gym. You can't do a lot of things. There are things you can do and make progress, but you're on that flight. But knowing you're going to be landing in Hawaii, in this place that you've been wanting to go for so long and just have such an incredible experience when you're there, it makes that 10-hour plane ride much easier. Now think of that plane ride as if you were just taking a 10-hour plane ride. You didn't even know why you were doing it, and it was just going to take laps and bring you back to where you started. You were literally going nowhere. If you took off from where you took off, and you came back 10 hours later in the exact same spot, how would that plane ride be, knowing that you can't do all those things you want to do and you're going nowhere with it? That's kind of how I like to think of it. So make sure you're on your way to that destination, because if you're not, as I kind of mentioned in other podcasts, if you don't have that clarity of where you're going, that's what you're doing. You're on that plane. Get off that plane, take that friggin' parachute, jump out the window, and land back, and let's get started. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for choosing to tune into this podcast, boy. We're still spinning. Let's get it. Have a great day. If you want more from me, if you want to work with me one-on-one, StephenSelly.com. Get your life in order.